In July 2017, a woman named Lu Wei Chuan visited her local grocery store in Tainan, Taiwan, to grab breakfast with her son. While there, she noticed something unusual that caught her attention. This unexpected sight would spark an unusual interaction, ultimately resulting in a remarkable act of kindness. Initially, Lu Wei Chuan was taken aback when she noticed an elderly man at one of the counters. He was not wearing pants, had a diaper on, and was attempting to make a purchase. The man's confused demeanor and the unfortunate scene led Lu Wei Chuan to suspect that he might be suffering from Alzheimer's disease, a condition her own grandfather had experienced, making her familiar with the signs. She was also impressed by the patience the cashiers displayed while assisting the elderly gentleman. As she observed, the old man insisted on buying milk in bulk. One of the staff members calmly informed him that he could only purchase 4 bottles at a time. However, the confused senior then requested a large bottle of milk as well. Instead of outright refusing his request, the cashier offered a compromise, adhering to the principle that the customer is always right. Lu Wei Chuan heard him say, "Okay, you can buy this big bottle of milk, but you can't take those small bottles, or else you won't be able to finish them." Lu Wei Chuan was genuinely surprised by the staff's approach. Surely, the store owners would want to maximize their profits by selling as much milk as possible. The old man clearly had the means to pay for what he wanted, and despite his confused appearance, his requests were straightforward enough to understand. This left Lu Wei Chuan wondering why the cashier was limiting his options. Subsequently, the old man bought his milk and left the convenience store. Just as Lu Wei Chuan thought that the strange exchange was over, she was taken aback by what happened next. After the elderly shopper had exited through the door, the cashier casually followed him out. Lu Wei Chuan even took pictures of the store employee following the old man down the street. A little while later, the woman was still at the store when the cashier returned alone. Lu Wei Chuan asked the cashier what had just transpired, and the truth behind the store worker's impromptu walkabout was pretty heartwarming. It turned out that the old man regularly visited that particular grocery outlet and had done so for years. As a result, the cashiers there were well aware of him and knew that he only needed a certain amount of milk. Essentially, the employees at the Tainan store had taken to looking out for the old gentleman, with one worker in particular lending him a hand. When the elderly man had left the store, the young man at the till had followed him home to ensure that he arrived safely. The cashier had even offered to carry the old man's bag for him, and reportedly, this was by no means the first time that the employee had performed this simple act of charity for the elderly store patron. Indeed, as the old man frequently stopped by to buy his milk, the employee often walked him home afterward. Meanwhile, Lu Wei Chuan was touched by this selfless behavior and wanted to pay tribute to it. To that end, the woman posted her photographs of the entire exchange online. Lu Wei Chuan's social media post commemorating the cashier's kindness quickly went viral. Her Facebook update racked up almost 45,000 reactions from users. In fact, in addition, Lu Wei Chuan's post was swiftly shared more than 3,000 times, proving that good news travels fast. Essentially, the online community was touched by the thoughtfulness and humanity shown to the old man and talked warmly about the uplifting tale. One Facebook user commented on the post, for example, "Our society needs someone like the cashier. I applaud him for his kindness." Another wrote, "He is so thoughtful. What a heartwarming story." The convenience store tale then spread far and wide across the globe. But although the story of the cashier and the confused old man had a somewhat happy ending, the truth is that Alzheimer's disease is a sad and serious problem. Furthermore, it is getting significantly worse, as suggested by a groundbreaking study published in 2017 by the University of California, Los Angeles. In particular, the research claims that the number of Alzheimer's sufferers in the U.S. may hit 15 million by 2060. What's more, in excess of 6 million Americans and their families are already having to cope with the impact of this dreaded disease. Alarmingly, the study also revealed that as many as 47 million U.S. citizens exhibit some early signs of Alzheimer's disease or dementia. This represents a public health time bomb that could easily escalate into a crisis. Although many families would doubtlessly try to support any loved ones stricken by the disease, those without relatives to call on will be particularly vulnerable. In addition, with the best will in the world, this type of support simply won't be enough for some sufferers. Indeed, the University of California study also suggests that of the potential 15 million people with Alzheimer's in 2060, 4 million of these will require professional round-the-clock care. Obviously, in financial terms alone, this has the potential to strain the current U.S. healthcare infrastructure. Alzheimer's disease itself generally affects those over the age of 60 and is caused when abnormal proteins accumulate in the brain. Consequently, these proteins kill certain nerve cells, impairing vital brain functions. This can then cause the afflicted to become confused, experience changes in mood and behavior, and suffer memory loss. While the degenerative disease progresses at different rates for different people, the ultimate outcome is always the same: death. Unfortunately, Ron Brookmeyer, the lead author of the University of California, Los Angeles report, emphasized the study's devastating findings. There are about 47 million people in the U.S. today who have some evidence of preclinical Alzheimer's. He is quoted as saying in a UCLA press release, "This means they have either a buildup of protein fragments called beta amyloid or neurodegeneration of the brain, but don't yet have symptoms." Moreover, given the limited resources of the U.S. medical system, Brookmeyer emphasizes the importance of identifying individuals who are likely to develop Alzheimer's disease in advance. He noted, many of them will not progress to Alzheimer's dementia in their lifetimes. We need to improve our methods for identifying which individuals will develop clinical symptoms and create appropriate interventions. It's also crucial to remember that Alzheimer's symptoms typically emerge later in life. Initially, these symptoms are often mild, sometimes appearing as mood swings or disorientation. It is only in the advanced stages of the disease that patients experience significant memory loss, movement impairments, and even an inability to feed themselves. Dr. David Reynolds, the lead scientist at Alzheimer's Research UK, discussed the progression of the condition in a November 2017 interview with the Financial Times. He stated, "We are diagnosing the disease far too late. Currently, diagnosis usually occurs through cognitive testing when patients visit their doctor with thinking and memory issues. However, we know the disease may have begun 20 years earlier." Reynolds added, "Research indicates that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can significantly reduce the risk of developing dementia." If we heed Reynolds' advice, hopefully, fewer individuals will require assistance from grocery stores. Nonetheless, it remains heartwarming to hear about a Taiwanese Alzheimer's patient who made it home safely, experiencing the kindness of others along the way. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up and share it with your loved ones. Also subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.